Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me. Today we are going to be doing a manga room tour. Ooh. So I thought it'd be really neat if I took you around the whole room that I keep my manga in, because there's a whole bunch of other neat stuff in it and I just thought it'd be really fun. Just before we start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and check out my other social medias linked down below. Also, I'd love if you left a comment on what you thought of my manga room. Did you think it's like a neat setup? Is there anything you saw and you're like, ooh, ooh? Anything you're like, oh no? Yeah, let me know. But yes, let's get to the tour. Right, so let us go into the manga room, which is here. So once we go around the corner from the door, that's actually where all of my shelves are. Many shelves. So if you are interested in a bit more information about the shelves themselves, I actually have a video where I talk about them, and I'll put a link down below and something on the screen. But yeah, these are just IKEA billies, and an IKEA billy normally goes up to about here, and then I've put two extensions on top, and some of my lights have fallen down. Oh no. I think I'm actually now blocked from putting any more extensions on top because of this white railing here. I could potentially squeeze one up there, but I'm not sure I'd be able to get past this railing, and then I'm blocked by the beams. Thankfully it's quite a tall room anyway. I think it's like a 10-12 foot tall room. These are about 9 foot tall. They're very tall. But actually, let me just turn around. So the first thing in the room you see is this desk, which is what I use sometimes during my haul videos when I have a lot of manga to show you. I set up a desk, and those are the legs there, and I'll just set it up behind the sofa, especially same if I do some lives, I'll set up a desk. But I have to, tripped on something, oh dear. I have to move the sofa forward to fit the desk and my chair, and then not be like right up against the shelves, so I don't leave it up permanently because it's just in the way. There was a period of time where, because I work from home, I just actually stayed down here, and I had the manga as my backdrop for a few weeks, and people were like, that's a lot of manga, Caitlin. And I was like, I know. I got a neat Harley Quinn poster, but I don't have a hook at the moment. But yeah, we'll actually go this way round, and then we'll come back. So yeah, we've got my shelves. I have a whole bunch of different things decorating my shelves. I've got a whole bunch of Funko Pops. I've got a few Nendroids. I don't have many Nendroids. I have like 3, so I have 2 Lynx, and then there's a Winnie the Pooh just over there in the distance. I've got some neat candles. They're all like booky themed, and then I've got this. It's not really decoration. It's more just it's here, and this is this holds all my DS games and 3DS games, because I have quite a few of those. Because I had like the DS I had for donkey's years. Actually, they're Game Boy Advance games. So these are all grouped by different genres or series. So that's Drawn to Life, and there's like single player Mario, and that's Zelda, and there's a Dragon Quest, and then actually there's a couple of Game Boy Color games, but that's just the Zelda Oracle series. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of Amiibo, big Zelda fans, so I've got like all the Zelda Amiibos regardless. I like the Bokoblin and the Guardian and Zero Suit Samus, because I love playing as Zero Suit Samus in Smash. So if we move along a bit, there are my old Joy-Cons. I've moved on to the Zelda ones. I've got this amazing chest which I love. You can open it up and you actually get something in. It's the perfect size for a can of pop. So sometimes I like to leave a can of Lilt in there because I absolutely love Lilt, and just it's nice to have one on hand just in case I need one. And then yeah, we've got the rest of my shelves. I've got my bookmark stack of shame here, which is predominantly Blackwell's bookmarks. I have a whole bunch of these. So you'll see me, I get these in my hauls all the time. You get Blackwell's book, they send you bookmarks, and yeah, I just accumulated them. This isn't all of them, which is even more shameful. But these are the only ones I could find, and then the other day I was just walking along and like one fell off me. I'm like, where did you come from? Just molting bookmarks. There are some Book Depository ones in here. I don't really buy much from Book Depository anymore because they just never have good deals, and I don't like that. I will only buy manga if it's a good deal. Some empty ramen bottles because I just think they look really pretty, and the uniform. Those are weird flavours. There's like yakisoba, and that was kimchi, which was weird, but I was also eating gyoza at the time, so it was hard to tell if I was tasting that or the gyoza, which was a shame. And then yeah, more manga, lots of manga, lots of little things. Hand sanitizers. I really, really like hand sanitizers, which sounds really strange. And this isn't a COVID thing. Like, I've been big up on my hand sanitizers, like, years and years. And I really like these Bath & Body Works ones. And Bath & Body Works isn't a thing in the UK. There are no stores, and they don't ship internationally. But I used to travel for work. I used to be in the UK a bunch, so I could... UK? Yes, of course I'm in the UK. I used to be in the US a bunch, is what I mean. So I would just go to, like, one of the outlet malls and just pick up a bunch of scents for, like, 20-30 cents or whatever crazy prices they had, and then bring them back. Weirdly, I don't use them much anymore because I don't actually leave the house except to go buy manga, so I don't get through them much. But I do miss getting scents and getting the new ones. I really like autumn and wintry smells, but I'm never in the US at that time because of when I usually was in the US for conferences and stuff, and they never seem to fall in the autumn, fall, winter time, which is a shame. And I do wish they'd post, and then I could get a whole bunch of like pumpkin and marshmallow and sad times. Anyway, never mind, I'll move on from my lamenting. So yes, this is the main manga set of shelves. Originally I just had 4 here, and then I got a corner one and then another one there, and then turned it into a corner, and then my original shelves were from Argos, and then I replaced them with Billy's about a year and a half ago because I could put extensions on top and make them taller. But yeah, let's move around a bit more. We've got my Manga Trolley, which I predominantly use for manga that I've not yet put away. So I actually went manga shopping yesterday, and this is all a sneak peek into my next manga haul. So yes, I bought all of this. Some of it arrived in the post as well, and I've just not yet put it away. There's also some that I want to read next that when I've read what's currently in my basket, it's going to go into my basket. So there's a bit of a mix in here of new / going to read next. Yes, it's mostly just to help me organise. This trolley is from Hobbycraft. I did buy one from IKEA, but the middle and bottom shelves weren't tall enough to fit tall volumes, so I couldn't fit like Hell's Paradise on them, which wasn't much use since a good number of my volumes are tall. So I went and got a different one, and now I've repurposed the IKEA one to hold my stationery, but that's in another room. So let's move around. So this is actually, let's zoom out a little bit. So this is actually the window, the one window in this room, and it's quite a big window, but I've actually covered it a bit with some of my bookcases. You can see there's like a good 1.5 feet on either side, which is covered by bookcase, because I decided to, my manga was more important than natural sunlight. Though, so just outside, you can't really see because it's nighttime, which is probably a good thing because it's just my garden and it is horrendously unkept. I am not a good gardener. I mostly just about can use the lawnmower. But actually there's quite a lot of big plants outside, just outside the window, and it blocks a lot of light coming in, so even if the curtains are open, you don't get much light in. And because the manga's like on this wall, it doesn't get any natural light, which is like the main reason I first decided to put the fairy lights in, because I couldn't get any other light on the manga themselves, and I wanted to be able to see what I had because I'm blind. Got a nice lamp here. I use Philips Hue bulbs, so I can control it with my phone, and also it does RGB, which is really nice if I decide to have a mini rave, just flash my lights for some reason. And this is my new reading nook, so this shelf on the right is actually kind of new. You can tell by the fact it's got no manga on it. It's very empty. So that half width used to be flat against the wall there, and now that I've got this one, I've like rotated it so it's like another corner, so it kind of matches this one. I don't have any lights for it yet because I find buying fairy lights, because I know I'm going to need a very specific length, because I know how long and how many lights I need for one shelf there, if that makes sense. So for example, I'd count the lights on this one, it'd be like, okay, I need 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, and there's like 10 lights on one shelf. So using that, I'll be able to work out just how long a set of fairy lights I need for this bit. And it's very hard to find exact fairy light lengths outside of the month of some November and December. Now it is November now, but I haven't done any Christmas decoration shopping yet. I'm holding off about a week for another week or so. But then I'm going to go and hunt fairy lights for the exact length that I need for this shelf. And then this corner's going to look even more cozy. I'm very excited. It is a bit dark at the moment. It does have the lamp, but it's still quite dark. So at the moment, I also need to buy some more shelves, because I squeeze in extra shelves than IKEA suggests. So each Billy recommends 6 shelves, and I force it to be 8 because I squeeze in more manga, which is why some of my shelves I can't stand tall volumes on. So those reincarnated as a slimes are lying down because they can't stand up, not because I think it looks pretty. So there are some shelves that are shorter than others and can't hold tall manga, which I think still works because then it also mixes it up a bit, but it does mean that I need to buy some extra shelves, which I don't have, so I'm missing like 1, 2, 3, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe. I'll have to count. At the moment, this is just spare, accidental, duplicate bought manga, so if you're interested in any of these, let me know. Not the N64 game and not the Xbox controller. There's some tools that I've left from when I built the shelf. Candles from IKEA, because I have a big candle issue and IKEA always seem to sell candles on sale. Then on the half width, we've got my condiment shelf, which everyone tells me is really weird. And I don't understand why it's really weird, because everyone likes their condiments and it's just there. I've got my salt and vinegar for when I have my fish and chips on a Friday. I got some mayo, my barbecue sauce, ketchup. I usually have like a soy dipping sauce, but that's actually upstairs on my desk because I used it at lunch. At Halloween. It was Halloween recently, and my place of work sent everyone these like big bowls of chocolate and sweets, and I've just left them in here so I can help myself when I want some sweets. There's a lot of chocolate and stuff. It goes all the way down to the bottom of this little basket thing. Oops, something fell. We've got some like weird chocolate which I've not been brave enough to eat. A lot of Hershey's, which isn't too weird. Got some Kit Kat key lime pie. Ugh, nope, too weird for me. Come on. What else? There's a lot of like hard-boiled sweets, so you can see there's more sweets in there. It goes all the way down to the bottom, and that was the basket that they gave our sweets in. So I've got one. There's one there, and there's another one there. So I've always got like a sweet snack on hand if I fancy it. And also got an N64 copy of Ocarina of Time, which I think looks really pretty there. And also, yeah, I was like, this looks really empty. What shall I put on it? And I chose that, apparently. I've also got this Lego bell thing I need to build, because my sister gave that to me a number of years ago and I've still not built it, and I'm so sorry, Neve. I will build it, I swear. Yeah, and then we've got another shelf with manga, and there are some boxes on top. Mostly I put them up there, forgot about them, and I don't have my stepladder, so I can't get them down again. Then we've got my my cozy armchair, which is just amazing to just sit in. Got my cushion, got my blanket, get my stack of manga and just read. Oh my gosh, I'll just sit there for like days. Also, down here I've got a monitor, which might sound really weird to point out, but I actually use this when I record my normal videos, because the camera that I normally use doesn't have a viewfinder, so I plug it into this monitor so I can see what you can see, because I don't want to film something but like, oh, look at this, and then I watch it back and actually it's like off camera because I'm not centered or something. So that's what I use that for. Actually, something I'm just going to point out, and this might also sound very strange, is people keep saying to me, why are your walls so dirty? No, they are not dirty. This is a very old house. This is built in the 1800s sometime, late 1800s I think. It's a very old house. So this is actually just the plaster, and the plaster has it's been repaired over the years, it has absorbed some of the paint, so you can see that down there it's red and then it's green and then there's a patch there. It is just absorbed paint over the years. We're in the process of completely redoing this house up. We've done all the hard stuff like the roof, the electrics, the plumbing. Pretty much all that's left is the aesthetic stuff like the carpet. This is an older carpet that needs replacing, and we need to paint the walls. So there's a lot of exposed plaster in the wall. It's not dirty, it's just plaster, okay? Anywho. Next we have this really nice fireplace. It is huge, so you can't quite tell, but my shoulder goes up to here, and I'm 5'4", and it's a foot and a bit deep. It is so pretty, it's so grand. And then there's a whole bunch of my candles down there, because I like the aesthetic of candles and cozy. Can you tell I like the cozy? So I've got a whole bunch of crap on here, really. I really like, there's this shop called Paper Chase, and they do these boxes where they release a new box with a different pattern, but it's the same shape and size, and I quite like those. So I've built some strange pillars, towers down the side, up the side, for reasons best known to no one. But I quite like it. Some of them have stuff in. I've got a Mew, because Mew's my favourite Pokemon. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, mainly of the more recent ones, which is a bit of a funny topic among fans, I think. But I have a statue of Bayek, and I have one here of Eivor from Valhalla. I really love Bayek, mainly because of his name. Bayek sounds like Yorkshire slang, like Bayek lad. Oh my gosh, I completely giggled every time someone said it, but no, yeah. And then right in the middle, I have my Lego Disney Castle. Absolutely love Lego. I've been building Lego for donkey's years. I got this for my 21st birthday from my parents, and I finished building it when I was 25. I didn't start till I was 24 because I didn't have anywhere to put it for the longest while. It took me so long to build. It came in 14 sections, and I would do a few sections every few weeks, and but it looks gorgeous. And then I've wrapped these lights around so I can just, isn't that so nice? Oh my gosh. You're meant to take this out. This is part of the packaging when you buy it. You're meant to take it out and put batteries in, but I quite like having the button like that, so I'm gonna leave it. Oh, it's so nice. I attached more fairy lights in a spiral. I thought it looked really pretty. Unfortunately, I bought a new clock recently and it doesn't quite sit in the middle, so I have to either move the fairy lights or get a new clock, and I can't decide which is more faff at this point. Got a nice moon. I really like the moon. I really like space. This is really neat. Got some quills. I used to during my GCSE years write entirely with a quill and a pot of ink, because I actually quite liked the scratchiness on paper. And at my school you were only allowed to write in black or blue, but in my head I was like, well, if I'm writing with a quill, black or blue is just boring. I will only write in purple or green. And I went to a really quite strict school, but I never once got called up on having purple or green ink. Every time the teacher was like, you're writing with a quill, can you write quick enough with that? And I was like, oh yeah, fine, I can do it. And that was quite quick and speedy. And they never called up the colours. It was just, you're writing with a quill, that's weird. Oh, I loved it though, it was so much fun. I remember one teacher saying, you do have black ink for the exam, and I was like, I'm not that dumb, I'm not using a quill for my GCSE exam, so I'll pull out a biro for that. And she was like, oh, thank goodness. Yes. So, we have moved to the other side of the room where there is another manga shelf. I need to replace these fairy lights because they're actually a bit broken. As you can see that only every other light is lit, because I had a bit of a problem with the fuse in the plug, and I can't quite get to it to fix it myself. I fiddled with it a bit, so I fiddled with it enough that half the lights work, but I can't fiddle with it enough to get them all working. So when I get the lights for that corner, I'll get some new ones for this one as well. And I'm trying to decide if I get some for these yet, but I'm not sure. So I'm actually thinking of filming a new collection tour in December. I know it wasn't actually that long since I filmed the one I've just done, but for me, I filmed it like end of June, early July, and then posted it at the end of August. But with my intention to do another one in December, because I have a lot of time off in December. And so when I filmed my last one, we had all of these had manga on, and then 2 shelves here had manga, and now we have this is full, and that one is also almost full, plus there's all that manga over there, so it should be a decently different video. Also, I'm not going to do it the same way as I did it last time. I'm going to just go along like this and rant at the manga. I probably won't talk about each series individually because, oh my god, there's way over 500 series here. It'll take ages, but I will talk about, I will like, look, here's so-and-so, and I'll talk a bit about, like, if it's secondhand and any issues and weird stuff with the manga. I'll do that. So yeah, so we got more manga here. Just in the corner. Oh, I'm causing shadow. Oh no, oh no. Down here is a Christmas bauble box filled with Lego Dimensions stuff. If you know Lego Dimensions, it was a game where you actually bought Lego and you'd like put them on a stand and they'd appear in the game. And I am obsessed with Lego. I have all the Lego games, so of course I became obsessed with this, and I have a lot of them. So, and I didn't want them to get damaged, so I bought this Christmas bauble box, and a lot of them are stuffed in there. I am missing a few of the things, not too many. I would love to try and collect the ones that I'm missing one day, but I haven't played the game in a couple of years now, so I'll probably wait till I get back into the game. So this shelf is a lot of MISC DVDs and games. So there's some MISC stuff up there, some Marvel stuff, a lot of Xbox games here for the 360. And then we've got soundtracks. I love my soundtracks, mostly soundtracks actually. There's a few that aren't. So I got some Disney, got Zelda, Doctor Who, Hobbit, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Imagine Dragons, lots of John Williams. My like music of choice is basically John Williams, Imagine Dragons, Epicore, like 2 Steps from Hell. Then we got some more Xbox games, a lot like band games and stuff, like Rock Bands and Guitar Heroes. Some PS3 games down there. Some more very MISC DVDs. And then that's a PS3, I think that's a PS3, because along here we have a whole bunch of different consoles. So that's PS4, N64, Switch dock, which is a bit dusty, a Wii U, Xbox One X, Wii, a NES Mini. I can't remember what that box thing is, and then there's just some crap in there, like a controller and some boxes, and I think my Ethernet splitter. There is also a PS5, but that is in another room at the moment because, oh my god, it's so big, it doesn't fit in one of these cubes, so I got angry and it went somewhere else, basically, is what happened. Mainly we use the Xbox. It's like a media centre more than anything at the moment, though I do play games. I have been playing a bunch of Valhalla recently. And then on this shelf at the top, I've got some of my tall manga volumes that don't quite fit elsewhere, like Battle Angel Alita, Ghost in the Shell, Tycoon King, and my manga guides too. Some of my 3 Nendoroid boxes, some Switch special boxes, and then some of my DVDs, so like Middle Earth, Ghibli, Harry Potter, Downton Abbey. Switch games, lots of Switch games, love my Switch games so much. Xbox One games, plus some more missed crap. There's a bulb there. PS4 games. And some GameCube games. And then there's some more GameCube games here. And some Wii U games. GameCube was like my first console. I absolutely adore the GameCube. I have some like OG games like Thousand Year Door, Sunshine, Wind Waker, Luigi's Mansion, Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. Unfortunately, quite a few of my games got damaged. So I was about 6, 7 when I played on when I got my GameCube, and my little sister, was teething at that point and decided that my GameCube games were the perfect teething toys. I mean, I don't mind too much because it's like I'm not ever going to sell them, but I was a very, very annoyed 7-year-old Caitlin. Got some Wii games, a lot of Lego games, as you can see, some Zelda ones, and then we got some very, very crappy singing games. At uni, I went through a big phase of enjoying the singing games, so I bought all that I could find from CEX. It was all like a couple of pounds each. I think there was only one that I had spent like £8 whole on. Oh my gosh, intense. Actually, on top of my shelves, so that's my Assassin's Creed Origins special box, and then that's my Assassin's Creed Valhalla special box, and then there are some bits up there. That was the one that came with Black Flag, and then there's Monster Hunter Rise, Atelier Rise 2, and then just a nice basket from my parents. Also, we're not going to judge the tinsel up there. Until recently, because of the layout of the living room, it was really hard to get a stepladder around here, so I just left it up. And now we're very close to Christmas, so I might as well just stay where it is anyway. And then what else is up there? Oh yeah, mostly up there it's box sets, so there's a couple of Pokemon ones, Princess Jellyfish, Bleach, and then some chili bottles for some reason that I can't remember. And then last is like, I got my sofa in the middle of the room, which is so nice and squishy. It's so soft. And all my cushions. I absolutely love Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too, if you can't tell. So I got a medium-sized Samsung Winnie the Pooh, and then I got a large one over there. The large Winnie the Pooh never released outside Asia, but I did pass through Hong Kong once from work, and there was a Disney store at the airport, so you can absolutely bet that when I found it, I carried that home. Oh, I was absolutely elated. Then I got like a cute Kirby, and he's got such squishy cheeks. Yes, you do. A slime, and then a macaw, little Korok, who's looking a little bit sad because I use him as a cushion all the time because he's so comfy. But he does look a little sad now, all squished down there. I absolutely love this sofa. I got this one and a 2-seater, which is like, if you cut off this end bit, for £50 off Gumtree, and it is like one of my favourite achievements in life is that, and it's served me well for almost 4 years now. I'm so happy. Yes. And the last thing I'd probably talk about is this garland up here. You see it a lot in my Instagram shelfie pictures, and you can sometimes see it in my manga collection videos. This I hung, I think it was 2018 now. I hung it for my sister's birthday, and it's just like a couple of pounds. It was only a couple of pounds at Tesco's, just some paper lanterns for a birthday, and I hung it up. And I thought it looked kind of neat, so I just left it. And then after a while it became more of a challenge to see how long it'll stay up for. Answer, nearly 4 years. Every time my sister comes over, she looks up and she's like, why is it still there, Caitlin? Like, well, it's not fallen down yet. And she's like, it's not my birthday anymore. We'll get there soon. It'll be there for the next one. Yeah, and then there's that's my manga reading basket with all the things I'm trying to read at the moment. So I'm currently reading Black Clover 26. No, wait, I finished that. I'm reading I'm a Villainess. That's it. I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. Yes, that's the one I'm currently reading. Never mind. I knew what I was saying. But yes, so that is my manga room, though / actually my living room. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please ask them down below. What's your manga room like? Does it double as anything else? Oh, I just love how tall they are. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!